back then. And I'm trying to figure out who's going to go back. I assume it's going to be the nostalgia value, and the idea is going to be good for kids. So the guys my age who are going to take their kids to see the movie, I suppose.
Yeah, that'll be the thing,
Ugh. I just don't. I don't understand.
How many, I was going to say fat fans, or just anyone, any old person, is going to go there and sit in the middle of the cinema on their own with a Smurfs lunchbox?
Too many.
Big grin on the face.
I like Smurfette the most.
There'll be tons of people getting wives to dress up as Smurfette.
Fortunately, it's easy, you know. Well, other than the blue body paint, but hey.
Just paint them blue, make them wear a white dress, bing bang boom, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey. They probably dressed up as weirder things before.
Yeah, just go to an anime convention.
Yeah, exactly. There's a great thing. I was watching a YouTube clip. Someone asked Crispin Freeman what's the wackiest costume he's ever seen. And he talked about that, and he said the most daring one he ever saw was a girl who he said couldn't have been more than 16 years old, and she was cosplaying Rei Ayanami shower scene.
What?
Blue wig, towel, white panties, that was it.
She was asking to be raped. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. And he talked about seeing that and just going, no, yeah, oh.
I should be attracted to this, but at the same time, I'm not. because I'm scared she will die.
And then I will die. Yeah, it was just... So, yeah.
The worst thing I've seen, though, is a guy, mind you, dressed as the concert scene in Haruhi. So the bunny outfit.
Whoa.
But the thing was, from behind, he had very nice legs.
Wow, okay.
And I'm not ashamed to admit it, until he turned around and I saw his pimply face, and was like, no, no, no!
So that means he shaved. That's impressive.
Yes.
That takes commitment.
Taking a dark turn in the conversation.
Do you guys have any man phase over there?
Sorry, what?
Man fae?
Man fae?
You know Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
There's this whole thing of guys dressing up as her.
No, I haven't seen it.
You're lucky.
Yeah. I think we've only seen, or at least I've only seen at anime conventions, men dressing up as Haruhi, no one else.
Okay.
Men, women, of anything else.
I've seen a fair number of men dressed up as Sailor Moon. And
I may have seen one of them as well.
Yeah, the depressing thing when I've seen it is like they make no attempt to look, you know, it's like a fat 40-year-old guy with stubble.
They don't try and look like women.
No.
They just dress up as women.
Yeah, I think there's more going on there than Sailor Moon, but... So, there's a, I don't know if I'm going to be able to self-censor myself, or this will just have to go out at it as is, or what YouTube will do to this, but there is an English dub being done for an anime called Cat Shit 1.
I've seen that, and it's brilliant.
Is it?
Not the dub, but the actual thing in Japanese is just awesome, because it's got the name, and they are bunny rabbits, they're killing people, and it's totally serious. There is no, there is no moment where it is just silly. It is full-on serious, and you're just like, whoa, I'm kind of scared. It's like a real war film.
That is awesome.
The only difference is, bunny rabbits!
That's very cool. So basically what...
Camels for some reason as well. Terrorists are camels.
Terrorists are camels, okay.
Yeah, I can understand the whole thing, like country-wise, but they could have thought of something more threatening than a camel.
Yeah, rats maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... so the big news, and this came out a little while ago, basically an English dub has been produced for it so that they can release it streaming, which is kind of weird. They're going to release it streaming worldwide, which is nice. So you're not going to be only North America or whatever. And so it'll be there. It was initially planned to be a 12-episode series, but they've only released the one episode, 22 minutes long. So who knows? It was originally a manga adapted by director Kazuya Sasahara, who I'm just looking up now because I'm not sure what else. That's all he's done. So hey.
That's a surprise. But I think it will be more popular I dare say, more popular in North America than in Japan because the person that introduced it to me is not into anime. He's a really, I'll say he's a racist gun nut.
Okay.
And he was the one that sent it to me.
Huh.
So I'm guessing it's going to be popular for Counter-Strike fans.
Yes.
The first thing he asked me was, do you play Counter-Strike? I said, no, obviously. I have better things to do. No insults to people that play Counter-Strike. It's a good game. But that's what he asked me to get me to watch it. But then he said, obviously, I know you watch anime, watch this. I'm like, okay. Got around to watching it, and it was awesome.
That's really interesting. I wonder why that. That's getting that kind of interest. Hello, there we go. Well, that's cool. All right, so they're going to be dubbing that and releasing it streaming. No news on when. But we do know that there's an announcement that Production IG, I mentioned at some point that Production IG is starting to get into 3D films. We now know what that's going to be. Drum roll, please. A Cyborg 009 movie directed by Mamoru Oshii.
Yay!
Yeah. Cyborg 009 is cool, but not exactly not the typical Mamoru Oshii concept, I have to say. But hey, sweet. Has he, I guess, well, of course, Ghost in the Shell was an adaptation. I think, is that the only adaptation he's done so far?
For as far as I know.
Yeah, that's interesting. And granted, Cyborg 009, for those who don't know, is an absolute classic sci-fi anime from the 70s, I think, maybe late 60s. The guy who did it was an assistant for Osamu Tezuka, so one of those guys. So moving on.
It seems like a lot of the old things are being brought back.
True.
Like there's obviously the Smurfs we've mentioned. Predator has been brought back with Predators, which is awesome, by the way.
True. Nice.
I thought I'd say that.
Cool.
This Cyborg 009, and I'm sure there's another anime that's getting a series, and it hasn't had a series in like 5 years.
Yeah. Well, I know they're doing a Gigantor / Tetsugen 28 movie.
Lore.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of one or two. Well, they're doing the Voltron CGI movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It does seem it's been that kind of decade though.
Yeah.
From, 2000 to 2010, old things being brought back.
True.
Don't know why exactly, but maybe that's just the trend for this year, for this decade, that instead of, because originality has faded, obviously. There is little to no originality in the pool anymore. You cannot be original unless you have a 5-year-old girl riding a donkey to Jerusalem while on a quest to battle the giant robot Zog. Patented by Matthew Dixon, by the way. You cannot steal that idea. I'm already working on the script.
I've seen that anime.
What?
I'm joking.
I was going to say, if that was a real anime, show me. I need to watch this. But yeah, so instead of trying to be original and failing, which a lot of people have done this decade, they've brought things to the public like Silent Hill, that was this decade, and surprisingly not many people know about it, or not obviously non-gamers. Most true gamers know what Silent Hill is. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite sort of movie moments recently was the trailer for, I think it was the Silent Hill movie, live action movie, because it's just woman with daughter, she's going along, she crashes, and like I think the last shot of the film is she's walking along the road and the fog clears and you see the sign saying "Welcome to Silent Hill," And you just,
Yeah.
you know, for us gamers, you know, we just,
Geekgasm.
yeah, and we freak out. And what's great is, as a trailer, you know exactly what that means. So you know exactly what you're going into for the movie.
Doom has come to this land. Silent Hill 2 is coming.
Oh, interesting.
It was announced in 2006 that it was going to get made,
Mm-hmm.
and then guess what? The writer got arrested.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's doing time, and the funny thing is, he was allowed to keep working on it. You know,
Wow.
like he'd spend only the night times in prison,
Okay.
and then the rest of his time he'd be allowed to work on the film. And then stupid man, very stupid man, stupid man. So
Mhm.
everyone that wants to see Silent Hill 2, go find him and kill him. He tweeted about being in prison, which obviously got him put in there full time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now he can't work on the script, and it's been postponed, and it was supposed to get started being filmed in 2011, and they haven't even finished the script.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's not coming for or starting production at least 2012 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
If this man stops being an idiot.
Which means we won't see it until at least 2013, probably 2014.
Yeah. And I'm disappointed because Silent Hill, although yes, it wasn't great for people that really like Silent Hill games, it was good for people that don't. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's these kind of films that get people into games and trusting games.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't trust games anymore, do they? They all think it's violence and porn.
Which it is. No, I'm joking.
Some people say there isn't even story in games. Oh my
Mm.
god. I had an argument with someone about this. There is story in games. There has to be.
Mm.
If there is dialogue, there is a story. Simple as that.
True.
It might be a crap story, but there is a story.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. You know, there's no way to argue about it. And video games sometimes have better stories than novels or films. It's just happened.
It's funny how we've, video games now outsell movies.
Yes.
Although that's kind of a weird statistic because it's, as I recall, it's basically based on gross, and you don't pay $50 to go see a movie, so it's a little different. But still, video games make a lot of money, and yet there's still this desire among a lot of gamers to feel like the rest of the world should play games, or
Yeah, I don't think people should force it. It's like more people are playing games. That's what's
True.
happening. It's like now most housewives play video games.
Yeah.
It might not be what we want. They might not be playing Mass Effect 2, awesome game. They're just playing something like Puzzle Quest, but at least they're playing games and not looking at their children and thinking, I must protect them from these demons. I was going to make one more. Oh yeah, and I don't understand why gamers or game makers are trying to pass video games off as an art form.
Mm.
They have story, yes, and some of them are really deep stories, but it is not art. It is video games.
That's an interesting point. What is art?
It's a way of expressing feelings, and in that way you could say video games are art, but then again you could say anything is art. Me putting my fist in the snow is art. Me making a snowman is art. Well, that is art. It's a statue.
Mm-hmm.
But me tearing up and something is art. Anything I do is art because I am expressing my feeling as I do it. It's just I can't sell it for £5 billion like some stupid tosspots do.